Hello there, DML gamer. Today we will be unlocking a new Divine Ancient because this is the day that we will be unlocking Neil, and I haven't spent anything in DML in just about 12 months now, so we did all of this without spending just by saving up our precious gemmies. It's very doable, just requires some patience. But anyway, with that introduction, we will be hatching 3 new dragons and unlocking Neil, but we are going to start off with our ancients. So this dragon here has a very cute looking egg. This is of course Adatz, which was the board ancient dragon, and he is the ancient void and energy dragon. Out of all of the dragons, at least energy has some decent usage in, say, the dungeon at times, and energy is actually pretty good in the arena, but I just don't see Adatz fitting into many teams very well, just because of his element combination, and mainly because of that void. But an information hub compiling data from across time in order to delete it. Gathering knowledge has made Adatz a more compassionate void ancient, the only one sympathetic to life and learning. Like, he just wants to compile the data so he can remove it from existence. Is he actively trying to worsen society, or does he see a total calamity that's coming? I have no idea, but little Donna here, you kind of scare me. But either way, let's feed up Donna a little bit. Let's feed them up to 15 for now. We can come back later, but you'll see all the energy sparks coming off of Donna's body there. But that is Adatz sitting in the ancient habitat there. Is that? Yeah, it was an ancient habitat. For a second I was like, wait, is it? Then the second ancient that we have to hatch today is this boy here. Well, actually, this girl, Eamon, Electronic Mother, as I like to call them. Just, I don't know, I said it once and it's stuck in my brain, and that's the only way I can think of her now. So this is Eamon, who is the Ancient Void and Fire Dragon. And because Eamon does have fire, a lot of people did pick up Eamon to use in their dungeon teams, which makes sense, because if you really need fire, Eamon's got it covered. But that is it. Congratulations, you have successfully finished the Neil Rising and earned a reward! You got the Neil Dragon. And of course, Neil, as I mentioned before, is a Divine Ancient with Exception stats, which means it has really, really high HP and attack, which is going to be the same stats as we've got for Oya, Bahajir, and all of the other Divine Ancients. And so, that marks the official end to this Origin of Void ancient event, really. This was the main reward dragon, and we did it without having to spend anything. Fantastic. I love it. So we will get to hatching Neil now, but there's still 4 days left to go if you still do need to hatch your dragons and get Neil, or even some of the others if you just want it to count towards the collection for, I don't know, for some reason. But in terms of Eamon, created by Neil, Eamon was given form by passing space debris. Its great wish is to joyfully shed its corporeal body once again after the void consumes all. Its intelligent gaze is a little unsettling. Perhaps it can be reasoned with? Don't know. Eamon Bean, can you be reasoned with? Out of all of the new ancients, you may hate me for this, but I actually think that Eamon is my least favourite looking dragon. Like, sure, we've got the fire that works out, and a lot of people were trying to decide, do they go for Ikez using their dungeon team, or do they just go for Eamon to, try and get Neil unlocked? Which, if you're a collector, I think going for Eamon and Solum was the obvious choice, so that then you could have a real shot at Neil. But, if you could only get one ancient dragon from the event, and you somehow managed to wrangle them up in the first 2 weeks, then, Ikez was an option. It's just, if you could have gotten Ikez, chances are you could have gotten 2 ancients in the first 2 weeks. So it was, they intentionally released Ikez at a bad time, just so that then have to make some difficult decisions. Isn't that right, Eamon? But I don't know, I think it's just the shading or something about Eamon's face I don't really like. Like, sure, the mystical, ghostly, voidy fire is kind of cool, but I don't know, it just, the dragon looks like it's in low def to me. I don't know why that is, there's something about Eamon that I find off. Maybe that's just me, but either way, that is those two ancients hatcherinoed. So now in our egg inventory here, you will see that we have all these other dragons next to Mr. Neil. So we are going to hatch him, and that means that we need to wait another 4 days. We've been doing nothing but waiting for these ancients recently, SMH. But the other dragon that we've got to hatch today is another very nice looking dragon, because this is one of my new favourites. This is Mr. Market Dragon. Mr. Whaley Poo turned into dragon form. Absolutely wonderful. You know, out of all of the dragon trainers or Vikings that have turned into dragons, you know, then they turn the actual black market into a dragon. That's fantastic. Just look at him. You know, I think it would have been really cool to see this dragon in trampler form. Just saying, imagine a whale with that many legs. That would have been very weird. Maybe that's why they didn't do it. But another void dragon to add to our collection too. So that is the third dragon in the Doppelganger Dragons collection hatched. And we are closing in on the yearly reward. So this trainer hears that our enterprising friend Michio bred this dragon himself. A cheerful companion, it helps gather interesting items from around the world. Shall we call it the Market Dragon? Julie the Market Dragon. Oh, very cute. I did like how she fell asleep earlier when we were hatching them, but, you know, very slow to go and pick up the food, but she'll go get it. She is a whale after all. Oh, you missed it. Oh, it seems like Julie had a little bit of clipping there. Oh, Julie's a bit bugged. Oh, no. Oh, poor Julie. Okay, it seems that Julie's not very aware of her surroundings. That's okay, Julie. We'll love you regardless. Let's level up Julie so that we don't have to see that again. But the thing that I love about this dragon the most is easily the blowhole animation. Please don't make me say that again. It sounds very weird, but look at that as Julie's walking. We got the little blowhole spitting up. Boom! Oh, it's wonderful. And the smug look on the face and everything. Ugh. You know what? Screw the ancients. Screw Neil. This is the true contender for best dragon of this recent memory. Of my recent memory, anyway. But, yeah, I'm really happy that we got Market out of all of this. Probably my favourite for a while. So, you know, if we could, I would take Market to max level, just like Lord Ceremony. But, you know, we don't have infinite resources in this game, unfortunately. But I guess Julie can sit there with Eamon for a little while. So we just got a new Dragon Master Pass, and obviously hatching all of those dragons has given us a decent amount of points. We're up to 700 already, which is lovely. You know, that's one benefit of saving up all of your ancients and legendaries and any other dragons until, you know, new Dragon Master Pass period. And of course, with this new Dragon Master Pass, we do have this dragon, Krampus, which it's November, so I'm not really sure why we have it now. Maybe we're going to have another Christmassy themed dragon next month, but this is Krampus, which I did post about before, but the Dragon City Krampus, I do like the egg, but the Dragon City Krampus just looks a lot better than this one. So, I'm sorry, DML 0 DC1 in this instance. So that is all of that done, skis, and we don't really have too much else going on in DML. I did also unlock a duplicate engine dragon because it gave it to me in the third chest this week. I don't know why the game's like that sometimes. But we do also have the solo event ongoing, which on Windows it showed the wrong dragon for like a couple of days, which was funny. But in terms of DML, now we are mainly just going to be waiting for the next primal event, which, to be honest, I'm not excited about because it's a primal event. I don't really care too much. And we already know what the dragons are, but hopefully we won't have to do too much and we'll have other stuff to do in the meantime. You know, I've been really busy playing other games these last few days, so DML I have not even really been logging into, which, you know, outside of the ancient events, that's just sort of how it is. Get to this stage in the game, like you've got nearly 800 dragons. It's just not a whole lot to actually do anymore. Which has been like that for a while, and should I be upset about that? I don't know. I just wish that there was a permanent playable mode in this game that didn't rely on timers and everything like that. But hey ho, I know I'm asking for too much from poor old DML here. So The only thing that we can really do in the meantime now, while we wait for Neil, is just do more breeding for the Dragon Master Pass. And you know, if you ever have 2 breeding dens open, then you can use the 2 combos of Dust plus Fire or Lava plus Wind. Either of those works. And it's just like, if we look it up quick for anyone that's curious, if you've ever not known how to some of these breedings, like if you look Dust plus Fire, we've got these dragons available. So bee, salamander, tribal, harpy, and elephant, and we just rebreed these over and over again to get Dragon Master points from the epics, hopefully. Which we didn't get one there, but you know, smoke dragon, icky, which means we don't have to wait very long. So I would say overall, it was a successful ancient event. Adatz was the closest call by far, and then obviously we spent our gems to get Eamon at the end. But now we're back down to 540 gems. We will be looking to collect up to another over 1,000 before the next set of major events come in, because now that the Divine and Ancient events are over, we don't know what to expect anymore. So anything could happen. So we definitely want to make sure that we have gems spare for that. Which, the next version of events could be incredibly pay to win, it could be incredibly player friendly, it could be more or less what we've already had, but you know, it's better to be prepared than not prepared. I've got a full team of 5 dragons at this point that can do pretty much anything in the game, so that doesn't worry me either. But if you are in the middle of, you know, hatching your ancients and all of that, make sure you get them upgraded, make sure you get a good team put together, and just think, maybe you should put a team together that can do well in both the map, well, I was going to say both, but the arena, map, and dungeon, because you never know what might be coming next. So, you know, my final pre-warning for that, really, I'll probably say it again, but, you know, when we don't know what's coming up, literally anything could happen at this point. So, get your Neils hatched, get yourself prepped, and I guess we'll see or hear about some more information soon. There was a teaser relating to the new stuff that's coming, but honestly, there was pretty much nothing of value in it. It was very, very much nothing, I will say, from that trailer, which is why I haven't even bothered mentioning it. It was just a storybook in like an icy region. It didn't really give any info, so I'm not gonna worry about that for now. But just be aware that it exists, and that maybe we will be getting some more information soon, maybe during the Primal event, maybe even before it. We don't know when they want to release this info. Depends on how hyped they want people to be, or how much they're already, I guess, how much of the new events they already have created, because if they don't have much actually pre-planned yet, or not finalised, then obviously they don't want to say too much. Then you don't want to be promising things that you haven't actually got yet, you know what I mean? But anywho, skis, I guess that is everything that I wanted to get done today. So, Mr. Neil, we will say hello to you soon, and soon it will be marking exactly a year before since my last purchase, which was like a $1 purchase or like a $2 purchase. Well, I'll say $2, £2 purchase. I think it was just for the clam and that's it, but you know, I'm hoping to get to 12 months. Maybe we can make it forever until I spend in DML again. But it's been very chilled, despite the fact that I don't spend any money anymore. Very, very chilled indeed. But anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope that you got all of the ancients that you wanted out of this event. And until next time, adios.